Hey there, Letters Daily family. What time are you watching this video, and where are you tuning in from? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear from you. Alright, let's dive right into today's letter and see what unfolds.
It started like any other dream, hazy and fragmented, but this one was different. In the dream, I found myself in a place that was both familiar and alien, a landscape that felt like a distant memory yet looked nothing like anywhere I had ever been. And then there was the stranger. The first time they appeared, it felt like they had always been there, standing just at the edge of my consciousness. They were neither man nor woman, young nor old. Their appearance shifted with each dream, as if they were a reflection of my thoughts and emotions at the time. But despite the changes, there was always something constant about them, something unsettlingly familiar. In our first encounter, we simply talked. The stranger's voice was soothing, like a lullaby, and they spoke to me as if we were old friends, picking up a conversation we had started long ago. They knew things about me that no one else did, fears and insecurities I'd never spoken out loud, memories I had buried deep within myself. At first, I thought this was just a manifestation of my subconscious, a projection of my inner thoughts. But as the nights went on, the dreams became more vivid, more real. Each night, the dream would resume where it had left off, as if no time had passed. The conversations grew longer, deeper. The stranger began to reveal things about my life that even I had forgotten, details from my childhood, moments of joy and pain, snippets of conversations that had happened years ago. The accuracy was unnerving. How could my mind conjure such detailed memories, some of which I had long since forgotten? As the weeks passed, I began to look forward to these nightly encounters, eager to see the stranger again. There was something comforting about their presence, even though it was tinged with a sense of unease. They never revealed much about themselves, always redirecting the conversation back to me. But there was a familiarity to them that I couldn't quite place, like an old friend whose name you can't remember but whose face is etched in your memory. Then, one night, the dream took a turn. We were sitting in a dimly lit room, the walls covered in shadows that seemed to move on their own. The stranger leaned in closer than ever before, their voice dropping to a whisper. "Do you ever wonder why these dreams feel so real?" They asked, their eyes locked onto mine. The question caught me off guard. Of course, I had wondered. I had even started to believe that these dreams were more than just figments of my imagination. But I hadn't dared to voice that thought, not even to myself. "Because they are real," the stranger continued, as if reading my mind. "This isn't just a dream. It's a place where our minds meet, a world where we're connected." My heart began to race. The words hung in the air, heavy with implication. "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice trembling. The stranger smiled, a sad, knowing smile. "I'm not just a part of your dream," they said. "I'm a real person, dreaming at the same time as you. We meet here, in this shared dream world." A shiver ran down my spine. The idea was absurd, impossible even, but something in their tone made me believe them. I tried to speak, but the words caught in my throat. The stranger reached out, placing a hand on my arm. The touch felt real, too real for a dream. "Don't be afraid," they whispered. "We're connected in ways you can't understand yet. But you need to be careful. Not everything in this world is as it seems." Before I could ask what they meant, the dream began to dissolve, the room fading into darkness. I woke up with a start, my heart pounding in my chest. The memory of the stranger's words echoed in my mind, refusing to be dismissed as just a dream. I felt like I had been given a glimpse of something extraordinary, something beyond the realm of normal experience. I couldn't stop thinking about the dream all day. It felt like a puzzle I needed to solve. I started researching shared dreams, looking for any explanation that could make sense of what I had experienced. That's when I stumbled upon a forum dedicated to the topic. Most of the posts were vague, speculative, but one caught my eye. It was from someone who described a series of dreams that mirrored my own experiences almost exactly: the mysterious stranger, the vivid conversations, the feeling that the dreams were more real than they should be. The most chilling detail? The poster mentioned a specific conversation that I had just had with the stranger the night before. They described the exact words, the same emotions, even the same setting. It was as if they had been in the dream with me, witnessing everything firsthand. My hands shook as I read and reread the post. The implications were terrifying. This wasn't just a dream, this was something real, something tangible. I had to find this person, to see if they were experiencing the same things I was. Maybe they could help me understand what was happening. I reached out to the poster, nervously waiting for a reply. When it came, it was short but direct: "We need to talk." We exchanged messages over the next few days, sharing details of our dreams, comparing notes. The more we talked, the more convinced I became that this was more than just coincidence. We arranged to meet in person, both eager and terrified of what we might discover. The day of the meeting, I was filled with a sense of dread and anticipation. What if the stranger was real? What if everything they had told me was true? As I approached the meeting place, I scanned the crowd, looking for a face that might be familiar, but there was no one who stood out. Then, I saw them, a person who seemed to be waiting just for me. They looked different from the stranger in my dreams, but there was something in their eyes, a recognition that sent a jolt of fear and excitement through me. We locked eyes, and in that moment, I knew. This was the person from my dreams. We sat down to talk, and the conversation felt surreal. They confirmed everything: the shared dreams, the mysterious stranger, even the warnings. They told me that they had been dreaming of the stranger for years, long before we connected online. They had tried to ignore it at first, to dismiss it as nothing more than a strange quirk of their subconscious. But the dreams had persisted, growing more intense, more real. As we talked, a new question began to form in my mind. If we were both dreaming of the stranger, if our dreams were connected, then who, or what, was the stranger? Were they really just another dreamer like us, or was there something more sinister at play? We decided to continue our search for answers, determined to find out the truth behind our shared dreams. But as the nights passed, the dreams grew darker. The stranger became more elusive, their warnings more urgent. They spoke of dangers in the dream world, of entities that could cross over into reality. They told us that we had opened a door that couldn't be closed, that the line between dreams and waking life was beginning to blur. Now, every night feels like a journey into the unknown. The stranger is still there, waiting for us, but the dream world is no longer the safe haven it once was. It's filled with shadows and whispers, with things that shouldn't exist. I'm scared to sleep, but I'm even more scared of what will happen if I stop. The stranger knows too much, and I fear that we're getting closer to a truth that might be more terrifying than anything we could have imagined. Every night, I fall asleep with a mixture of dread and anticipation, wondering what new revelations the stranger will bring. I can't help but feel that we're on the brink of something monumental, something that could change everything. But the more we learn, the more I realize that some doors should never be opened, and some truths are better left undiscovered.
If you enjoyed this letter and want more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for daily updates. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions and reactions. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.